Hello, everyone out there in the digital world. My name's Chris. Welcome to the very first episode of Casting for Two. This show came along. I have another podcast called There's a Monkey in My Soup, which I co-host with two buddies of mine, Jeremy and Bobcat. iTunes us, check it out. It's still a very funny show. But I would get these celebrity guests on the show sometimes, and just talking with them, finding out, what kind of movies they like or pizza topping they like. That was always a bit more interesting to me. So I had some downtime and decided, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna create a show, so why not? And that's what I'm doing right now. Right now, you're going to hear the very first episode, the pilot episode, they call it. Normally, they don't get released so soon, but I want to do things differently because I got a very good friend of mine. His name is Thomas Kramer, or TK, as the Crips and the Bloods call him because they're all afraid of him. He's actually in his own gang, so nobody really messes with him. He's actually not gang affiliated. That's how hardcore he is. HXC. But I wanted to get him on because he's always somebody who is very funny, and he also knows a lot about comics, which I really like as a fan of a comic book fan. So here's the first episode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Or if you're cleaning, your house listening to this, don't work too hard, don't hurt your back or anything like that. But yeah, so, and right now, let's get the show started, and cue the music, Chris.
Dude.
Hey, dude.
How you been?
Good, and yourself?
I'm exhausted, but I'm great.
You sound good.
I don't know. I just yelled at an old Asian woman in the garage.
Oh, wow. Why?
Well, I was turning into the driveway.
Yeah.
And she pulled a U-turn coming from the opposite direction. Mm-hmm. Across 3 lanes of traffic and pulled into the garage.
Okay.
Cut me off. So she swerved. It was insanity. And so I honk, and then she waves at me. And then I follow her in, because her parking spot is literally across from mine. Mm-hmm. And she thinks I'm going to murder her or something, which was pretty close. Anyway, so I get out, and she's still got the car running, so she can pull out and leave at a moment's notice, and she has the window rolled up, except barely a crack, and she peeks her head out, and she's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, the world does not fucking started. Stop at your convenience. I'm convinced she had no idea what I said.
No.
Yeah, but I live in Koreatown. There's a lot of Asians who can't understand me.
Right.
It's fun stuff.
Do they get the sense that, oh, he's yelling at me, I might have done something wrong?
Oh, no. Absolutely.
No? Oh, okay.
Clearly, I'm just a crazy homeless white man.
I mean, yeah. I guess that would be my first impression.
Los Angeles will make you very racist, Chris.
Would it?
Yeah. I love racial humor.
Right.
I lived in Oregon, but I was never truly racist. Mm-hmm. But I feel the spark of hate in my body now. There's no coexisting.
Right.
Everyone hates you.
Right.
And everyone can't drive, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, moving here to after being, surrounded by white people majority of my life, I definitely do feel a bit more uncomfortable being around other Mexicans. Just because they speak their Espanol, and I'm just like, organic. Why is it? Let's talk about the issues. Recycling people, and while they're drinking from their styrofoam cups, and it annoys the hell out of me.
Dude, there is no recycling in Los Angeles.
Really?
Nowhere. Everyone has to drink bottled water because the tap water is disgusting. Like, it tastes like chemical.
Is it better than Sprague water?
No, it's exponentially worse. I would kill for Sprague water. It tastes like metal shavings and tears. It's
and tears of people, of dreams from people.
No, just tears. Like they put a big funnel under a bunch of Asian women chopping onions, and they collect that, and then they distribute that to people for free.
Well, at least it's free, right?
Yeah.
Well, what are you eating?
Quaker popped rice snacks.
Oh, rock on.
I don't know. I haven't cooked dinner yet, so these were open and they're stale, but I'm eating them.
That's cool. I'm drinking a Red's Apple Ale.
That sounds incredible.
But so I have a confession to make.
So
you're going to be a guinea pig in my little experiment here.
Okay.
So I'm launching a new podcast.
Nice.
Where I just talk to people that I find entertaining, and they can talk about whatever they do or funny stories, stuff like that.
Okay.
And I do find you entertaining, but I like the fact that you have this whole side to you that I don't understand because I'm not into shoes.
Oh.
But the fact that if you were to tell me, yeah, Kramer's into shoes, I'd be like, what are you talking about? And I'm not saying, for the people at home, I'm not saying like girly shoes, pumps and stuff.
Only on the weekends.
Yeah, only yes, exactly. But you're into the Nikes and the Jordans and the LA Gears.
With the lights?
with the goo that you press and it changes color.
I'm kind of moving to Heelys. I feel like that's the
Heelys. That's the next. Is LeBron going to get signed for Heelys?
LeBron is a silent partner in Heelys. He actually invented the Heely when his roller skate broke at the age of 12.
I would believe that.
It only had one wheel. All the other three broke off. And he took it to a wise man down the street, and he helped him put the wheel in the center instead of off to the left, and the Heely was born.
Was the wise man LeBron in old people makeup?
No, the wise man was the same wise man from Gremlins.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You remember those commercials where LeBron would play various characters just in different makeup?
No.
You don't remember those?
I remember the ones where Ashton Kutcher was in brownface for Pop Chips.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy. He was like, and a lot of Indian people got pissed.
Oh, I remember hearing about that. I never saw it though.
It's really not too exciting. It's just people getting upset.
Right.
But yeah, shoes. Why do you want to know about shoes?
Because I've had the same pair of Audios for at least 5 years now. And, people give me compliments because I do take care of them, like, pretty good. They're not worn out. The whites are still very white. There's no dirt on them. I take care of my shit.
That's good.
But you always tweet out the coolest shoes. And, what's your site again?
Well,
or the site that you run?
I don't work there anymore. I used to work at Kixologist.com.
Mm-hmm.
and I was the main writer, editor, social media manager, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I got into social media. But I moved down here. I got a job at a YouTube company called Channel Factory. Mm-hmm. So now I'm a manager of the ad ops department. So I'm a mover and a shaker, baby.
Yeah.
And YouTube views for brands and stuff.
And that's how you were able to transition? Because you kind of already had a sense of that?
It was nice to have on my resume, but I knew absolutely nothing about YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Before I started as an unpaid intern, and then I got hired, and I got promoted, and I got promoted again, and here I am. But I stopped working on Kixologist just because it didn't pay much money. But I believe they got someone else doing it now, restarted it. But basically what I do is I would go across all the major brand sneaker sites and get their press releases and stuff, and or link back to spy photos on other sneaker sites, kind of aggregate that, and distribute the newest shiny stuff.
Did you ever get anything free?
I only got offers to review product for like off-brand sneakers. Mm-hmm. Like I got an offer to review some sneakers that are banned from the NBA because they claim to make you jump higher, like the ring system. They only give you like an extra inch of jump or something.
Were they moon boots?
I forget exactly what they're called, but they were really kind of shady, and they were supposed to send me a pair, and they didn't. And there was another kind of off-brand company that specialized in shoes with super heavy ankle support. Like it was just like 2 straps of Velcro or something. And they were totally busted, and I said no, because I didn't even want their shoe.
Wow.
And then Adidas allegedly was supposed to be ready to send us product, but then I did an editorial on how they're not innovative, and they make the same stupid fucking black shoes with gold trim every other week, and they tweet it out as new or stylish, and it's just stupid. It's fucking the shell toe and the 3 stripes and gold lettering on a black shoe, and it's just boring.
With their cell phone bars.
Yeah,
included.
Exactly. And apparently they didn't like that.
So you didn't get any cool black shoes with gold trim?
No, in fact, I had to remove the article just so they keep sending us press releases.
Oh, wow.
So that was interesting. And they never actually sent me product to do reviews for. They sent it to our parent site, which is LakersNation.com. Mm-hmm. And they got stuff to give out, like hats and shirts and all kinds of stuff. I never really got much of anything. Although after I quit, the guy I work with, who's the editor-in-chief over at Lakers Nation, gave me a bunch of free New Era superhero hats.
What?
Yeah, I got like 3 Batman hats. I got a Bane Dark Knight hat. I got a couple Superman ones, a couple Iron Man ones. And they all retail for like $20-$30 a pop, and they're all just sitting in my closet because I never wear hats.
Dude, hook me up, man.
Dude, I'll send you a hat.
All right, cool. You got any Green Lantern?
Don't have any Green Lantern.
Ah, that's
Sorry.
okay. Cool.
I got Batman. I got 1 Superman. I gave 1 Superman away. I got Iron Man. Big Iron Man fan? No.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a fan of whatever.
Let me ask you this: what do you think of Iron Man 3?
See. I'm trying to think of a good segue. Hang on.
Sure.
No, because out of a lot of majority of my friends, there's only a handful that really read comics.
Yeah.
And who, if I say, Thanos, they know who he is, which is the diet version of Darkseid. But I don't read comics all that much. I mean, I understand a lot of the characters,
Sure.
and stuff like that. So, I was more of, a cartoon movie watcher of superheroes. So when I watched Iron Man 3, I really did enjoy it.
Really?
And, oh yeah, I liked the humor. I liked all that. What I really liked, and which a lot of people hated, was they made Mandarin an actor.
Yeah.
Which was just genius. I think it was genius.
I thought
now you as the comic book reader,
Yeah.
you probably know how badass the Mandarin is, right?
Yes, but he doesn't translate to the screen very well.
Right.
Like Thor, they made it scientifically plausible by saying he's from like a different universe or dimension or galaxy or
he's from Rainbow Land.
He's an alien, basically.
Yeah, he's from Rainbow Land with cotton candy clouds and a rainbow fruit roll-up bridge.
Yeah, which looks delicious, by the way.
Oh, it is.
Anyway, so Thor, they have the pseudo-scientific explanation that it's alien technology far beyond our comprehension, thus it's magic. But the Mandarin is human, and he has magic rings. So how do you say a human has this magic stuff without any preface into the whole Asgardian world, which they could have done with some foreshadowing and some foresight, but they didn't. So I thought the actor thing was a good solution. I thought Ben Kingsley was excellent, as always. As for the rest of the movie, I came away quite disappointed.
What did you not like about it?
Well, first off, the premise is exactly that of The Incredibles.
Okay. Keep going. I'm trying. Frozone, right?
Frozone. Yeah, whatever the villain is, the one who's following Mr. Incredible around and wanted to be his sidekick. That's the basic premise, is Tony Stark slighted this guy, and his slight somehow motivated him to plot for world domination, which is both, I don't know, incredibly bombastic, even by superhero terms, I think, and it's just not super original.
Right, it's a little played out.
I feel like they could have either, one, done that and fleshed that, or done away with the Mandarin and fleshed that story out more, or just gone with the Mandarin and not made it a joke. And then I didn't like the heat powers thing, the fire people. I don't know. For a universe that's supposedly grounded in reality, I thought that stretched the limits. Which is stupid, because there's a Hulk and an Iron Man. All that's junk. But I don't know why. This one, that just pulled me right out of the movie.
But would you really want to see another Iron Man villain? Because, in the first one, there's Ironmonger. The second one, there's Whiplash in an Iron Man suit.
Sure.
So, but yeah, no, I do agree. The lava out of the hands was kind of... Yeah, I don't know.
It pulled me out of it.
Did it?
I don't think he necessarily had to make it an Iron Man villain movie, or even have a villain. Well, I mean, you could have some sort of global conflict, or... proliferation of the armor was kind of the theme with the second one, but they never really resolved it. Like, he took out Whiplash, but there's still... all these other countries making this stuff.
Right.
I'm not sure. I think maybe they could have dealt with the fallout from the Avengers more directly, like with the tower. Maybe he's helping clean up New York, or maybe S.H.I.E.L.D.'s consulting him on new technology, or he's helping rebuild the helicarrier. I don't know.
That was the one thing that bothered me, is the fact that he has panic attacks over the events of New York because he doesn't know what's out there, and that scares him.
Yeah.
That was just like
And then I feel like they could have gone really deep into that if they wanted to, and really shown how obsessed he was building all these armors and stuff, instead of just having them all show up at the end. But... I don't know. I feel like I'm just naysaying at this point, but Iron Man 3, least favorite of the Marvel movies for me.
Really?
But thankfully, I had another superhero movie come in and make me completely happy.
It was yeah, it was the start of summer and the end of summer, really.
It's beautiful. I was so happy. What'd you think?
A Man of Steel?
Man of Steel.
I like it so much, I saw it twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it twice yet. Did you see it in 3D?
No, I'm not a fan of 3D.
Either am I.
So,
Good on you.
I figured I might as well save money and get that popcorn.
Oh, I got an atrocious amount of food when I saw it. I drank a bunch of whiskey before I went
Nice.
to get prepped. Then I got one of those mini DiGiorno pizzas or whatever they have there.
Mm-hmm.
I got a large popcorn, a large soda, little ice cream bites, and pretzel M&Ms. Yeah, that's all of that. And I ate all of it.
How much did you must have blown at least, I would say, $40?
Yeah, it was a solid $43.
Nice. That's concessions party right there.
I felt good. I wanted to support the movie.
No, I'm not the biggest Superman fan. Like I'm a huge DC fan, but I mean, if I were to categorize my favorite superheroes, Superman, I don't think he would be in my top 5. He might be in the top 10. I don't know. But then when the teaser came out for this movie, that was it. I was sold.
Yeah, it was great. I thought Henry Cavill was great.
Oh yeah.
I loved all the action. There's a lot of naysaying going on the internet. Have you been keeping up with it?
A little bit. The thing that I was trying to figure out was because I mean, if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, it's like 7% or something like that.
Yeah, it's quite low.
And a lot of the reviewers are older people, and I was trying. This Superman really is the Superman of our generation.
Sure.
Whereas, a lot of the reviewers, the Superman of their generation was Christopher Reeves.
Yes, but I think it's interesting that these same reviewers are the people who are saying Superman Returns was boorish and didn't have enough action and blah, blah, blah. And Warner's gives them exactly what they wanted, and now they're not hesitant to shit all over it.
Right. No, there's no humanity, no character development. Where's the super kid?
He kills a man, not my Superman. Spoiler. So
yeah, the spoilers. So what did you think of the whole killing Zod? Spoiler.
Well, there's precedent for it. Superman has killed people on a few different occasions. One being the Richard Donner, Christopher Reeves movies. Mm-hmm. At the end of Superman 2, after he depowers Kryptonians, Zod, Ursa, and Non, he pushes them into a presumably bottomless pit in the Fortress of Solitude.
And he throws the giant S at one of them.
Yeah, and they cellophanes him because that's a power.
But have you seen the Donner version?
I have not seen the Donner version. I've always wanted to, though.
In the Donner version, he does all of that. But then he's like, well, okay, I did all that. So what he does is he flies around the world again, like in the end of the first one. And he reverses everything, even to the point where the General Zod and them get out of the Phantom Zone.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I know I just went all through this, but let me reverse everything.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's only in the Donner cut.
I want to get the Donner cut. It's on my Amazon wish list. But there's other examples of Superman killing as well. There's one famously Burns run in the late 80s, early 90s. Mm-hmm. At some point, he executed a few Kryptonians with green kryptonite. Mm-hmm. That weighed very heavily on Superman's shoulders, but he couldn't contain them in the Phantom Zone or whatever for X reasons. And they couldn't be managed by any prison, so he had to kill them.
Right. Well,
I mean, he killed Doomsday in a fight to the death. He vaporized several Doomsdays in Superman Batman with when Supergirl returned.
Yeah.
In the 2000s, like it's not altogether foreign.
Right. Well, my thing is that this is the first time he's Superman, so killing Zod could somehow trigger something in him to like, I don't like that feeling of killing anymore. It'll never happen again. And that's when he goes peaceful. That's when he's like, no weapons, no killing. So that's how I saw it. It's like, well, he made a mistake and now he's going to regret it for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what's he going to do at that point, though? I mean, like, Zod isn't... Everyone else is in the Phantom Zone. Mm-hmm. There's really nothing else for him to do with Zod. He doesn't have a Phantom Zone projector. He doesn't know anything about Kryptonian technology that could imprison him.
Right.
It's the only option.
And Zod clearly said, this is going to end with me dying or you dying. Mm-hmm. So...
One of the big gripes is the cowardly family could have just run in the other direction.
They could have laid down. And shimmied on under, done limbo.
Something. They could have done something. That, I understand, but it's just a function of... It's not a function of the story.
Right.
It's a life or death situation with no right answer. And that's the point. Mm-hmm. But one of the other big geek gripes...
Yes.
Now, why doesn't Zod just terraform Mars? Why does he have to terraform the Earth?
Mm-hmm. Because Zod doesn't know any better.
My thinking was this. One, like, it's an understandable question that they could have circumvented very easily. Like, they could have said, oh, Mars doesn't have a biosphere or liquid water or much of an oxygen atmosphere that maybe Kryptonians require, because it seems like they're a bit more fragile in this universe. Mm-hmm. They need a space suit to breathe appropriately and yada, yada, yada. They could have alluded to maybe Martian Manhunter.
Right.
Which brings me to another thing.
Yes.
There is a theory that Jonathan Kent in the Man of Steel universe is the Martian Manhunter.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Some people are claiming that he turned a little green before the tornado took him away.
I thought he was going to uke. I totally thought he was uking.
Jonathan needs to lay off the sauce,
Exactly. No, well, I remember seeing, Superman spoilers, Man of Steel spoilers. The General... the black guy. I thought he was going to be Martian Manhunter because there's, behind the scenes photos of him, like half of his body or like half of his leg is, it has green over it, like, if they're going to green screen it.
Interesting.
So, and I thought his voice, so I thought, oh, maybe he is Martian Manhunter. And when you hear him, it's like, okay, he could sound like him. He has that deep black voice.
Interesting. Maybe they have an alternate scene where he gets his leg blown off or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I thought. It was weird that, it was behind the scenes.
There was some other little nuggets. The girl he was with at the end who thinks Superman's hot is named Ferris. Like Carol.
Ooh. And, of course, you saw the Wayne logo.
I did.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that very much.
Did I have a gripe with the Man of Steel? What was my gripe?
I wasn't the biggest fan of the new Superman suit. Mm-hmm. The cape is very long. It's made me harken back to Thor quite a bit. And I feel like without the undies, like, don't get me wrong, they're ridiculous, but they balance out the costume. Like, I feel like if he had red pants and blue boots, it'd be a different story. Mm-hmm. But
like, you would hate it, or
looks like he's wearing a gymnastics unitard with boots,
right,
and a cape, which is arguably gayer.
Right. Do you not like the new 52 outfit?
No, I'm not a big fan. I don't like the red belt.
I feel like if you had a yellow belt and maybe some red underneath it or to the side on the thighs or something, it could balance it out, which is what they did with one of the Injustice costumes and with the Smallville Superman costume.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more balanced color wise. And I don't like the high collar. It makes him look like a Nazi. Also, it's armor. Like I don't see the purpose of armor for Superman. Like he doesn't need it. Like I thought Man of Steel towed the line fairly well between armor and just a bodysuit.
Right, which is basically it's underwear that he's wearing.
Yeah, it's Under Armour.
Yeah, there we go. Sponsor.
Yeah, probably had the little logo in the chainmail.
Oh yeah, totally. But no, I don't know. I like a lot of the costumes. I think this is probably what's Russell Crowe's one of his best performances.
Oh yeah, he was great in that, which is good to see because he has been dog shit for a long time.
Yes.
I can't remember the last time I saw a good Russell Crowe movie. Like I remember Robin Hood, and then I try not to remember Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Two Robin Hoods in Man of Steel.
Yes, that's true. So.
Well, hey man, I think I'm gonna make some chicken here.
You're gonna make some chicken. Yeah, are you getting diesel?
I'm getting diesel as fuck. No, I'm not. I'm trying not to be hefty though. I gained quite a fair amount of weight over the last few years, and I'm removing it slowly.
All right. Well, yeah. I was gonna be like, yeah, me too. I gained the freshman 40. I didn't even go to school. Right? Is that how it goes?
I didn't really gain weight in college. I gained weight after college. In college, I weighed between like 140 and 150, and by the time, like about a year before I moved to LA, I was like 200.
You were 200?
Yeah, that's what I peaked out at.
Did it all go into your penis? Because you didn't look that huge, dude.
No, it was just like my thighs and my gut, mostly.
I don't remember seeing that, but whatever.
I don't like show it on my limbs or face too well.
Oh, okay.
It was all there, but now I'm back down a little bit. But
that's cool.
No, it's not. I love
okay.
eating macaroni and cheese and pizza and bullshit. No, I can't.
Well then, you know what? That's not cool. Whatever then.
Oh man.
I guess if you ever get married, then you can just gain the weight back, right?
Oh my, that'll be great.
Because who cares, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to be getting laid anyway.
Exactly. Let's just do it.
I'm going to propose to my girlfriend today.
Let's do it. I'm tired of this diet.
Elope. I eat fat.
I want to eat mac and cheese with this pizza spoon.
Get thin for me. Shut up. Have a soda. Relax.
If there's ever a reason to get married, that would be it, right? Besides the whole love, blah, 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 family.
Stopped caring.
Yeah, just because I want to eat.
I don't care about myself.
No.
Let someone else care about me.
I don't have to look at me.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you should you gotta come to LA sometime. My cousin is shooting all kinds of movie shit.
Yeah.
We did a music video on a 4K camera he had for the day.
Oh, that sounds awesome. For the people at home, where can they find Mr. TK?
Oh, I don't know, dude.
No, like, what's your address so they can come track you?
My address?
No, you're one of the funniest Twitterers.
Oh my god, I haven't tweeted in a long
I know, you need to do that.
Okay, I'll get back on. You can tweet me at Thomas Kramer. It's Thomas like Thomas, and Kramer like Seinfeld Kramer. Burger!
There we go. Best Kramer impression ever. All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Have a good one, buddy.
You too.
Take care.